Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Horizons review series. Today we are reviewing episode 15. Let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So this episode begins with the mayhem caused by Spinel. Liko seems to have forgotten all of the memories from when she first joined the Vault Tacklers, and she's basically wandering around Laventia City with no clue what she's doing. It was basically a giant episode of hide and seek. The crew naturally are really worried about her, and again it just shows how close a bond they've created in such a short time. And so they all try and find her with some dodgy intel set up from Spinel that she's been spotted in Artisan. Spinel seems to be a very smart dude at this point, but I'm just wondering how they're going to get the pendant back from him and why he hasn't left just yet. He's still hanging around. We see him a few times in this episode analysing the pendant, but we didn't seem to get any major information on it just yet. My man Roy somehow stumbles all the way from Artisan to Laventia in the matter of minutes, which was insane considering they aren't really right next to each other. He also has his Watcher out for most of the episode, and it was just really wholesome to see it sitting atop Fuukoko's head. Really great to see another Pokemon join the crew. The episode gets going when we learn that Dot is friends with Iono, another fellow streamer. This was really cool. They seem to have a solid friendship. It's relatable. As someone who makes YouTube videos, you have certain people who you can trust to hit up and ask for any help or to make a collab with. And even Iono says it's been ages since she's seen Dot out of her costume. I actually love the portrayal of Iono here. She seemed a bit more tamed compared to the crazy trailer video we got of her from the games. She was a bit more down to earth. She still had her wacky over the top personality, but she also had little moments and lines which made me really like this character. So fair play to Horizons for nailing her tone here. So Dot has asked Iono to basically send out a call for help and tried to find Liko, and I loved how it tied into her gym challenge, as it's basically a game of hide and seek. And Liko has no idea because she has no memories, so she's running away from these hordes of people chasing her, and she slowly regains her memories, looking at the sunset, looking at the moon, seeing Sprigatito use its moves. Every little thing she did regained another part of her memory, which was just a really nice touch. I am getting slightly tired of Liko thinking back on her journey. It seems to be every week she's having a crisis regarding the start of her journey, but for this episode it made complete sense in context, so it was well done. In the end, Dot actually asks Free to take her to Laventia. She wants to help find Liko. She feels compelled as Liko tried so hard with Dot to try and get her to open up. This was fantastic, just great storytelling, great character development for Dot. She's slowly becoming one of my favourite characters in this series, and next week it looks like we're getting even more from her. But she comes in person, and this is the first time Roy or Liko actually sees her in the flesh. So it was just a great moment when they all reunite. Liko has her memories back and everyone is back together. Iono shows up again, putting an end to the game, wrapping things up nicely. And it's funny how Dot runs off. She's still a fan of Iono, so she doesn't want to be seen in person. And she even joins the collab again with voice chat only while hiding around the corner, which was really funny. But then Liko finally realises that her pendant has gone, and her and the gang do the handshake and vow to get the pendant back from Spinel, who for some reason is still lurking nearby. So this was a really great episode, pushing the plot forward a little bit at a time. Like I said before, it was basically a giant game of hide and seek, everyone looking for Liko. It was a pretty chaotic episode, but it worked, and it had so many nice little moments. From Iono showing up to Dot coming out of the ship for the first time to help her friend. It was great. And Spinel, my man, is being built up as this menacing genius. So I really can't wait to see how they deal with him, because he's literally unbeatable at the moment. I don't see how they can get this pendant back at the moment. But this episode was really enjoyable, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Let me know your rating. What did you think of this episode? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.